Hello everyone. Today we're going to learn how to use index match in Excel. My name is Christopher Nix and we're going to be going over this very simple tutorial. So first we're going to look over at our scenario. So we have data here for sales, and our scenario is that your boss seems to have forgotten to put the product name associated with the sales data. He wants you to figure out a quick and easy way to correctly input the product name associated with the ID in order to keep working on his sales data worksheet. So we need to fill all these gaps here with the product name. And we have the product ID available, but we don't have the product name that correlates with the product ID. However, we do have the product worksheet that gives us this. And there's a very quick and easy way to do this. And with this data, we can transfer this over to the other worksheet. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to first define the names. So we're going to define this range as product ID, and the range is going to go down into the product IDs listed. After that, we are going to do the same thing but for product name. And we're going to define the name, and we're going to find it as product name because it's on the product sheet in our Excel workbook. Then we're going to do the ranges, which include the five products. Now that we've defined the names, we now can use a very simple tool that will give us the names that correspond to the product name here in the sales data sheet with the product ID. And this is called index. And it's called index matching. And so our formula is going to be equals index, and it gives you the reference / array in what we want to find. So we first want to start out with the product name, because that's what we're trying to find here. Then we're going to use the match formula, which matches what we're looking for in terms of this, the product ID. And we're going to put the $sign in here to lock that in so it corresponds with that. Then after that, we're going to use the next lookup array for product ID that we named earlier. Then we hit comma 0. See, it already gives us TV for the product ID, which corresponds over to our product worksheet on the other page, or on the other worksheet, I'm sorry. And we can do the same thing to prove that this formula works the same way for this one. So we're going to do the same exact formula, index, product name, comma, match. Then once we do that, it's going to give us the parentheses. We lock in what we're trying to find, which is the cell to the left of it, which is product ID. And then we're going to use product ID as our lookup, or as our match type. And we hit 0 to make sure that it does this. And you don't have to do this individually. You can just hit the you can double click down, and now it gives us all of the product names that correspond to the product ID without us having to input this solely one by one. And by doing this, we can see that the product name does actually correlate to the product ID that we see in the product worksheet. So going over it again, our boss wants to see the product names because he seemed to have forgotten to put those down. However, we figured it out, and it was a quick and easy solution. The answer to the solution is that we used index match, which gave us exactly what we were looking for in a very timely manner. And listed below will be the definitions of index and matching for Excel. So that is the answer to that problem, and I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Thank you.